Good
Can they
afternoon,
hear us, Joe?
everyone. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So, yan, all the attendees are now coming in our our page. We'll see. Okay, so we already have 101 attendees. So, I think nag-push through yung ating 500 subscription. So, right now, we have 101 attendees. Okay. So, I think we can start already. We can, Ryan, we can proceed with our Facebook Live. So, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our, this is an exciting day, of course, for the Sante family. So, crisis or no crisis, the grass is greener in Sante Barley. I'd just like to welcome you, of course, to our regular Wednesday seminar. Okay. So our topic this afternoon, of course, is choosing the right attitude in the midst of adversity. And of course, we have a special guest, which we'll be introducing to you in a little while. Okay, so for all of you who are watching right now via Zoom, okay, we're using the Zoom webinar. So there's a portion, a lower portion of screen nyo wherein you can ask questions, okay? So you can ask questions. If some of you naman, of course, there's a chat portion also. You can ask your questions using our the chat portion of Zoom, and at the same time, for all of you who are watching via our official Facebook page, the Sante Engage, you can also ask your questions, and later on, siguro we'll be inviting some of our elites. Siguro, Ian, what you can do also is try to convert na some of the attendees into panelists. Okay,
Si Ma'am Arlene is already here.
Okay, very good. Sige. So I'd just like to welcome everyone in our regular Wednesday Zoom calls. An exciting day because, of course, we have a special. Well, I don't want to consider him as a guest because he's already part of the Sante family. So just like to welcome everyone. This will be an exciting afternoon. So at this point, just like to give the floor, of course, to one of our directors, Mr. Paul Kaluwag. Paul, just like to say hi to all our partners who are watching right now.
Hi, hello everybody. No, magandang hapon. It's going to be an exciting afternoon once again. It's our what we call Sante Engage webinar, and like what Joey said, no, we're going to learn from a very special person this afternoon. We all know him, but of course, no, we want to know him better. And buti na lang kamo na napaunlakan tayo ng oras niya, no. So sit back, no, learn and try to adapt, no, try to apply whatever you learn, no, sa ating sitwasyon ngayon, no, and I'm pretty sure this will be a very, very fruitful afternoon for everybody. Joey?
Yeah, anyway, so at this point, just like maybe to give the floor first, of course, without further delay, you know who our special guest is. Before we go on to our discussion, I'd just like to give the floor first, of course, to our kapamilya, okay, part of our family. Just like to give the floor to Matteo. Matteo, the floor is yours right now, bro.
Everybody, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Sante Barley family, kumusta po kayo lahat? Sir Joey, Sir Paul, and everybody else out there. Wow, I'm very, very happy to be here in the Sante. You guys have this every week, correct?
Yes, every Wednesday.
Yes,
every Wednesday. So I'm very thankful for being invited here. It's such an honor and privilege, no? And I'm very, very excited to share with you guys the things I keep busy with while all this is going on, kumbaga, no? So yun, I'm excited to talk to all our Sante Barley family members, kumbaga.
So what we're doing, Matteo, is of course we know that because of the COVID, of course, pandemic, the crisis, marami talagang pagbabago in the way companies do their business. Like we know that even though the lockdown will be lifted in the coming days, okay, definitely there will be a new normal already, not only in the way that we do business, but in our daily lives. Okay, so I just have a series of questions here, Matteo. Okay, of course, everyone is dying to know what's happening to you right now. Also, siguro the first question is, how's your daily routine right now at home? Of course, during the ECQ.
Okay, my daily routine. At first, actually, nung nag-quarantine talaga tayo, medyo everybody said wala na tayo magawa, nandito lang tayo sa bahay, etc., etc. We had so much time on our hands. As a few weeks passed and we're here today in I don't know how many weeks na. Ilang weeks na ba tayo?
Almost one and a half months na tayo. So we started March 15, I think. March 15.
Yeah, there's so much more activity, so much more chores, so many things for work, and so many things piling up, and things are starting to become, everybody's starting to become busy, kumbaga, no? It's not like that first week na sinasabi na, oy, what am I gonna do now? Nandito lang tayo sa bahay. We're actually becoming more and more busy and doing more things. Kumbaga, maraming mga tao nagsasabi, there's so much silver linings in the situation today. Being home, being with your family. Ako, bagong kasal ako, so being with my wife. It's also, in a way, a blessing in disguise that we have an extended honeymoon. If you want to, kumbaga, it's a time now we're really locked in our place, and we're getting to know each other more and more every single day. That's the interesting part. But of course, not to forget that there's so many people out there still fighting for their lives, and our frontliners fighting every single day to save and protect all of us here. So I think it's very, very important to realize and to balance the situation. No? When the ECQ happened the first week, we were able already to organize different activities on how to help our kababayans, kumbaga, and how to help. And of course, with the partnership with the Philippine Army, we were able to mobilize things very, very fast, and we were able to start our activities very, very fast. Also, people might say, paano tayo makatulong? Nandito lang tayo sa bahay. Paano tayong gumawa ng mabuti? Nandito tayo sa bahay. Dapat nandyan ako sa labas. Our frontliners, our doctors have been begging for us to stay home. And to the people that has been staying home, thank you to them. And to the people that hasn't been staying home, sana they realize that the importance of staying home and the meaning of flattening the curve. No? In our show, we did a show called One Voice PH. We've had a series of different guests, different doctors, and we spoke to the doctors. These doctors were ER doctors telling us the situation of what's really happening there in the hospitals. No? And different networks, ABS, GMA, has been coming out with different short videos on work that has been going on in the front lines, and it's incredible. Kapag nakikita natin yung mga nangyayari talaga sa hospital, talagang it's mind-blowing. Kapag nakikita natin yung mga nangyayari sa Italy, kumbaga sa ER ng Italy, it's like a movie. It's like we're inside a movie. So I feel like still staying home, I was still able to do my part as a citizen and help out and organize different activities. No, with the help of the Philippine Army and landers, etc., we were able to raise more than 10 million pesos, and then we were able to distribute goods to places where they needed it the most. Kumbaga, no. I think I'm talking too much, but going back to your question on my daily routine, after a few days, I was able to figure out a daily routine, no? Because I think a routine is very, very important for everybody out there. Marami mga tao na slowly after all these weeks nasasabi na nalulungkot na ako, nade-depressed na ako, etc., etc. There's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. What I've done here, I'm very, very blessed na I was able to set up my little mini gym. Hindi naman siya gym na talagang gym na gym. Hindi. Body weights lang. Tapos meron na akong bisikleta dito, nagbabike, etc. So, gumagawa talaga ng routine for the day. Sa umaga, nagigising ako ng alas 6 ng umaga. Nagbabike. Sa hapon, tumatakbo ako. Nagluluto para sa asawa, etc. All these things. So I'm just trying to keep everything routine-based and alive, kumbaga. Did I answer the question? Medyo mahaba.
So ikaw ang nagluluto talaga ngayon para sa asawa, no?
Actually, we take turns, no?
Exciting. Actually, marami talagang realization during this COVID, and siguro right timing for you because you're newlywed, diba? At least extended yung honeymoon. And it's something that for me, what's happening right now, it's something wherein you can create more adventures, more experience, not only, of course, with your family, but of course with people around. So one of the questions here, Mateo, is what were your first worries that came into your mind when nangyari yung crisis? Siyempre, parang, of course, coming from, like tayo, di ba, we're into sports, you're into show business, and sanay tayo, we travel around, di ba? Pero right now, because of the crisis, we'll be on a lockdown, di ba? So what's the first word that came into your mind? If nag-worry ka, no?
Of course, there's always worry that came in, no, especially with my different businesses aside from showbiz. I have a restaurant business, I have a export business, and of course, example for example, the export business, we produce souvenir items. Nobody's gonna buy souvenir items anymore. Nobody's traveling. Nobody's gonna want to buy a key holder or whatever. No, so that's a problem. So I think, and the restaurant, everything shut down, and slowly today we're starting to evolve and think about different strategies on how we can make this work. So take out, now, okay, take out, but how do we deliver the logistics? Who do we partner with, etc.? All these things come into play now. So I think it's very, very important in days like this to really diversify and really think about things that can improve your business or create a new business or do something new that is suitable to what's happening today. No, we all know social media and online is talagang booming. You never know. My next business can, or our next business can be all online based, and advertising will be all online. So everything evolves with the time, and of course, we're in an economic crisis. Things are shutting down. Everything, people will lose their job. People are losing their jobs. Businesses will close, etc., etc. But it's very, very important to be proactive and think of ways on okay, this is not working. What are we gonna do now? No, but I'm sure not everybody will succeed. But hopefully, if everybody will play it smart, there will be a lot of learnings from this big, big challenge, and everybody will come out stronger from this. Hopefully.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mateo. Uh, Maybe in our lifetime, this is the first time that we've experienced something like this. Even siguro yung mga parents natin, I don't know what's the worst thing that happened to them. And this is something that is parang on a global scale, hindi lang sa atin sa Pilipinas, but people from all over the world. And honestly, the challenge here is we don't know when will it end. So we are, of course, we are all preparing for the worst case scenario, but we are hoping and always praying for the best. Well, I
Correct.
think you have a question for Mateo.
Yeah. Actually, referring to what you said, Joe, about our parents. I do remember my dad was talking about nung panahon nila. Ang experience yata nila was during wartime, panahon ng mga Hapon, di ba? So ngayon panahon ng coronavirus naman, no? Yun naman ang na-experience ng generation natin, ano? But on the lighter side, Mateo, we are wondering actually, what are the things or hobbies you find yourself doing now that was once challenging to find time for?
Wow. Honestly, I have to be very honest right now. I think I've been opening the Bible more often in times now. To be
Right.
honest, to be very blunt and transparent. You know, yun dati kasi sabi na basahin mo yung Bible, etc., and you open it and you just read a page or so. But now today, it's become more of a routine. It's part of the routine, kumbaga, no, to really open and to really read the Word of God, kumbaga. So that's one thing. I read more. Also, different books, etc. And I'm cooking more.
Wow.
There's just so many things that nangyayari ngayon na dito lang tayo sa bahay na, we're learning more about each other and about ourselves more, kumbaga. That kung normal day lang to or normal situation, this will never be happening, kumbaga.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Nung actually, you mentioned earlier, no, Mateo, that you mentioned Sarah. How's married life? How are you adjusting to it so far?
Great, Sir Paul. It's amazing. I recommend it to all my friends. I recommend it to all my friends. I was talking to my other batchmates, kumbaga, how's married life? Sabi ko, bro, I think you should get married too, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in my honeymoon stage or I'm in the beginning of my marriage, but it's amazing to wake up, to sleep beside the person that you love the most, and it's amazing. I'm sure all of you can agree. Tama
Oh
ba ako?
yeah. Yes,
Of
yes.
course, of course.
Of
Diba?
course, yeah.
Oh, so it's a blessing, and kumbaga, I found my partner. Kumbaga, there's so many things we could do together, and so many things we could achieve together. Kumbaga.
Ang galing, Parang, can you consider this one of the best moments of your life?
Of course, of course.
COVID or no COVID.
But it also makes you learn about yourself so much more, and you learn also about humility so much. You're not always right, kumbaga, because the wife is always correct, even though they're not. But yeah, tama ba ako sa joke? No, but on a serious note, you really learn how to balance and how to just give in, or just how to agree, things like that, and to be more patient and all these things. So
Right.
it's a nice phase, kumbaga.
Yeah, sarap naman pakinggan, no? Talagang pag newly married eh. In fact, kahit hindi newly married, no, every day is di ba? Every day is a good day for to rekindle, di ba? And to know your spouse better, no?
Right.
So, yeah, congratulations, Mateo, no.
Thank you very much.
Well, again on a lighter note, no. Maybe I can ask this kay Joey na rin, no, and sa'yo,
Oh.
Mateo, no. Okay. Most people are at home now, no. Of course, cooking, like what you mentioned, Mateo, kanina, you're the one cooking, sharing meals and snacks with their family. How do you still keep yourself fit and healthy?
Oh wow, that's part of the routine. Sir Joe, you want to answer that first?
Yeah, sige. Well, siguro medyo almost similar yung routine namin ni Mateo kasi we're both doing triathlon, and of course right now you cannot do triathlon outside because we're on a lockdown. So ako, what I usually do, I have a daily routine, okay? Usually early in the morning. By the way, MWF, of course, we have the Sunday Fit Fam, so we do work out every MWF 9 a.m. with the entire Sunday family. And we will try to promote this further to involve even also our distributors. Pero ako, what I do is alternate ako. It's either I bike, kabibili ko lang ng treadmill sa bahay. I don't have a choice. Mukhang even in our village, mag-iipit for running. So I do bike almost every day. I do run, sometimes alternate yan. Pero one thing so exciting about this crisis is exciting. One thing so exciting about this is that I get a chance to at least run sometimes with my son, my eldest son. Yung second son ko naman is into biking, so sinasamahan ko rin siya mag-bike ngayon. In fact, I can say that I am more active now than before, because before I have to travel to do some workouts. Pero now, whenever I wake up in the morning, wala ka naman masyadong gagawin minsan sa umaga. So pag nagising ako minsan 6:30, 7 o'clock, I just try to go to my bike trainer and bike. And I don't know if everyone knows, but every now and then I get to bike with Matteo also via a software called Zwift. So nakikita-kita na lang kami ron, and we're biking all over the globe. So we just see each other via the internet. So that's what's happening to me right now. I keep myself active because number one, it's not that because I wanted to, because I have to. I have to keep yung fitness level always at that level, simply because I know that even though we're just here at home, medyo sobrang daming activity natin. If you won't focus on your fitness, ang chances dito is you'll just always open your open your refrigerator and find some food to eat, di ba? So yeah, that's me. That's my daily routine. Siguro pahinga ko na lang usually is once a week when it comes to working out, and I'm trying to keep myself fit and busy for the past few weeks. What about you, Mateo?
Same. I get up early in the morning, and I'm starting my activities already, kumbaga. For the people, baka may mga tao magsasabi, wala kaming bike, we're not allowed to go out. There's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of different workouts you can do. You can check out online sa YouTube, dami mga workouts doon, dami mga activities, no? It's sometimes we think, there's nothing to do, we can't do because we don't have equipment, but there's so much we can do. Especially there's so much with the use of YouTube and all these things. You could just search there, yoga man, stretching, or whatever man, and it just pops out there, and you can just follow these routines for you and your partners and your family. And I think this is very, very important for everybody. Instead of just waking up and doing nothing and watching TV the whole day, diba? It's very, very important also to keep your immune system up, and to keep healthy also. It's very, very important. So yun.
Mm.
What about you, Paul? Question lang, Paul. Kasi ako, I wonder because, of course, I
Yeah.
just transferred to a new house last December. So I think at least I have a big ground na pwede akong mag-create for activity. Pero what about you, Paul? You also transferred to a new house, pero of course, you cannot just go out of your condo. So what's your daily routine right now?
Yeah, the daily routine actually kaming tatlo, no. I have my si Paula and si Lynn, no. We actually do YouTube. No? So si Paula is the one assigned to, look for materials sa YouTube, no, and we follow it, no. Doon kami sa harapan ng TV, we follow it, no. Sometimes it's just cardio, sometimes it's Zumba. Yun nga lang, yung Zumba hindi ko masunod, no. And of course, di ba, medyo hindi ako magaling magsayaw, di ba? But of course, no, yung Sante Fit Fam din natin, no, I follow that religiously. Hindi lang ako nagpapakita kasi kung minsan nakakahiya pag hindi ko na nasusundan hindi ko natatapos yung exercise sa pagod, no. But tama si Matteo, tama ka, no? It should be part of life, because being healthy is not just eating the right food. Being healthy also, dapat nag-exercise ka rin. So yeah.
And can I add to that? Because people think also when May 15 ba yung hanggang May 15 ba tayo?
Well, according to yung last news, hanggang May 15. Pero of course, we don't know.
Kung May 15 or not May 15. For instance, if matanggal na tong lockout, I don't think things will be like before. I think the new normal will be a new normal. We have to realize that na kapag sasabihin nila na May 15 okay na lahat, boom, mag-restaurant tayo, mag-gym na tayo, mag-party tayo. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think we should be very responsible to still go out there and observe social distancing, wear masks, always wash your hands. All those things that we're doing, we should keep on doing that. Diba? I don't think it will be normal again until there's a vaccine or whatever in the future. But we really have to take care of one another. And it's not just about us, but it's for our family members also. Diba?
Yeah.
So we have to be careful. I mean, if you go out doing activities, you come in, you might infect somebody else in your family, your wife, your husband, or whatever. So we really have to be responsible with the situation. And of course, when the lockdown is lifted, kumbaga.
Yeah, so honestly, no one knows talaga what will happen in the coming days. And ako, I understand the position of especially yung mga heads of the government right now. This really a challenging day for everyone. It's hard to make a decision. Parang alam mo yung if you decide to lift down the lockdown or not. Parang ano yan, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because whatever that happens, parang yung responsibility na sa inyo. It's just the same with, of course, our organization in Sante. Right now, what we're doing also is just like what Matteo is saying. Even the company, we're preparing for what people call as the new normal. But the other day, we formulated a better term, not the new normal, but we're preparing for a better normal. So we're believing that we can create something better out of this COVID crisis. This is already a given, and we just have to maximize. As I mentioned during our previous meetings, there's always an opportunity behind this crisis, and the challenge always is for us to seize those opportunities. And the only losers during this crisis are the ones who will not learn. So tayo naman as a company, we're learning a lot from the COVID crisis, and we're trying to find out what can be a better normal for everybody. Tama si Matteo, we might not be able to go back to the old usual way of us living our lives, diba? Especially for our business. Before kasi, Matteo, ang usual activity ng mga business, we call our distributors business owners. We treat them as partners already. So their usual activity is we have a training session in the office, so they invite people there, they invite guests, and we do conferences. Pero that activity might not happen in the coming months. Diba? Who would want to go to an office with a crowd of 100 people, diba? Lahat ngayon medyo matatakot Kaya nga medyo importante ngayon is for us to evaluate the way that we do our business. And of course, Zoom call is just this is just a tool that helps us a lot when it comes to communicating to people. Marami talagang changes na pwedeng mangyari. Okay? Paul, do you have any questions say right now for Matteo?
Right now, yes. What were the things, or what are the things that inspire you to choose the right attitude despite all these crises going on?
What inspires me? Wow.
Yeah, to be in the right frame of mind always, having the right attitude.
I think you have to live by example. No, I have a little brother. I have my wife. If I just wake up and do nothing and be lazy, etc., I think they're gonna tend to follow also, diba? Because you're living in one roof together. So I think just being active and the people I work out with online, my dad, the community, like Sir Joey said, I work with our group, just inspires you every day. Inspires you to work out better, harder, faster, stronger. So things like this, and also talking to frontliners, talking to some members of the army and doctors, etc., and seeing how hard they work and how hard they're there every single day just to keep the peace and order, keep the hospitals going, saving lives. It's that inspires me alone. That's such a great inspiration. Wow, these people are fighting so hard just to keep people alive, to cure people. I'll give you an example. I have a friend. His name's Doc Ted. He's a doctor. He teaches tactical medicine, meaning he teaches people on what to do, first aid, etc. In war zones or in war zones. Kumbaga, tactical medicine ang tawag. He discovered he was positive with coronavirus, I think, a few weeks ago. And what he did while he was in the hospital, he documented every single day of his journey. And it was incredible. It was incredible. I was praying for him every day. I was communicating with him once in a while. Doc Ted, my teacher EMT class, Diane said, sino si Diane? Hi, Diane. Diane's here.
Diane
Ayan.
Panase.
Ayan is one of the attendees.
Doc Ted's amazing. Anyway, so he documented every day, and it was incredible on how he kept that positivity going on.
Mhm.
If that was somebody, other people, sobrang negative na sila, etc. But Doc Ted kept that positive morale and really fought every single day. And then today he's out. He's still in his quarantine phase, but he's out. He's still posting pictures of him exercising now and talking about his experience, etc. And that's great inspiration. That's an inspiration in life. You cannot stop fighting. There's always something ahead. You always have to go for that. Always keep on going. You cannot stop. Kumbaga. I'll give you another example. Si Isa Calzado.
Yeah.
When I found out she was positive of COVID, I swear my heart broke. My heart broke. I was in shock, and the closer it gets to home, parang the more real it gets, the more sakit, more painful it gets. Sa umpisa lang, may COVID, okay, naintindihan natin, delikado to. Pero kapag lumalapit na kilala mo ng mga tao na naho-hospital, na kumbaga na nakakuha ng COVID, it hurts. So with Isa, every other day or whatever, I was texting her, Isa, how are you? Ganito. Matt, I'm fighting, etc. Until the day she took the test again, and negative na siya, and she was able to go home. I mean, that's such a blessing, and that shows that there's so much people out there with so much fighting spirits that we have to learn from. It's never give up. Yes, you may be depressed, yes, you may be sad, etc. But there's always a door there that you can open, and it will give you a bigger light and brighter light for the future. So, did I make sense?
Yeah. Of course. During these times talaga, during these times of crisis, for me, one thing that I've learned from this crisis is for us to be resilient, and because this is just one crisis na pwedeng tamaan talaga tayo during our lifetime, di ba? So one lesson learned here is how to be resilient when it comes to crisis like this, how to keep a positive outlook, positive mindset. Pero one thing for me that is so important, because let's face it, there's a lot of people right now. Mateo, one thing good about Sante is we're blessed right now because we still have a business that's operating. Our business owners, they still have an avenue to at least supply the products to people who are in need. So, and in the coming months and years, I know that we'll be growing since we have products right now that are needed by people who wants to boost their immune system. Pero one thing for me that we need to consider also during these times of crisis is bringing back to the community yung blessing naman, di ba? So,
right.
We've heard, Mateo, that you have an initiative right now to help people. Can you tell us more about it? And of course, later on, we'll discuss the possibility of how Sante can partner with you with your initiatives.
Yeah, I mean, when the ECQ started, we were able to organize an activity already. It was called One Voice PH. We made it more like a musical show, more of like a talk show, etc. We play it on my Facebook page, and it's in partnership with Landers and the Philippine Army. So our concept there is we raise funds, of course, and we pack grocery items. So 1,000 pesos is good for one family of four for 1 week. All right. So 1,000 pesos, a family of four for one whole week. So 1,000 pesos for 1 week. That sounds very minimal, but with what Landers has done, they sell all the goods at cost. They don't earn from this. It's all at cost. So my heart was exploding with joy when people were posting and thanking Landers, thanking me, thanking the army, thanking the people that donated with the pictures, no, of the grocery items. Ang daming binigay ni Landers. Rice, canned stuff, etc., etc. And it was very nice. And with the Philippine Army naman, the army chooses the spots that need it the most. So they deliver, they do the logistics part of it. So, for example, a week ago, Swatch wanted a special delivery to be delivered to Dagupan. Swatch donated 1 million pesos. We brought it to Landers. Landers gave the 1 million pesos of products, and then the Philippine Army packed 1,000 packs, and we delivered it last Friday. And things like this, I mean, a lot of artistas, a lot of individuals out there are doing their own charity projects, and this is great. This is great. Every little charity project is great. Angel Oxin has been doing something amazing, building tents outside of hospitals. Pia Wurzbach has been donating masks. I mean, everybody has their own thing. Um, Charity goes a long way. It doesn't have to be a big major way. You can be helping out the family of your katulong or the family of your cousin or the family of this. That's a big help to the community already, kumbaga.
Yeah, so that's good to hear, Mateo. Alam mo, talagang during these times, ako I believe in the saying that hindi ko maalala ko sa mga narinig to. I believe during high school days pa that during times of like this, mga crisis, the resources of the world is for everybody. So this is the time for everyone to pull out their resources in order to support the community. This is a challenging stage for a lot of people. And we don't know the magnitude of this siguro hanggang hindi natatapos yung crisis. So ako, of course, one thing that we've discussed with Mateo is a possibility of course, partnering with him dun sa cost niya of supporting, of course, Filipino family. So at this point, without announcing anything to the Sante family, which like to encourage everyone, in the next coming days, we will be having our drive also to support the community, and we'll be sharing it to you whenever it's possible. And the goal is to partner with Mateo dun sa cost niya to support the community. And Sante will back you up, Mateo, because we believe that this is the right time for us to really support the community. We are being blessed as a company, so this is the right time for us to share those blessings to people. And I challenge all our partners who are watching right now, okay? In FB Live, we have around almost 700 viewers right now. I challenge all our business owners, our business partners, to please find time, okay, to support your community. Of course, we will be launching our own, and we'll be going to you for support. But at the same time, please find time to support yung community kung saan ka nandoon, okay? Whether they are your relatives, friends, or neighbors. So be a channel of blessing. And I assure you, blessings will come upon you in the coming months or coming years. Naniniwala pa rin ako that everything happens for a reason. The reason why nangyari ito ngayon is for you to be a channel of blessings to people. Okay, Paul, do you have any questions there? Or Ian, just in case you have questions from our audience, please feel free.
I have one.
Yeah.
Sir Joey.
Sige lang, continue.
Meron ako dito. Teka lang, bagal ng internet ko. Ito, merong isang ano dito. Let us, can we read comments?
Sure, of course.
This talk is very useful. However, I don't find it realistic in the sense that Mateo's experiences does not influence and reflect that much with other people's worst situation. He does not have first-hand real experience of being in a hopeless and most difficult situation in lives. It is easy to say to be positive, but but it is actually difficult in other people's situation. But I think, Mateo, yeah, you know, of course, it's it's very easy to talk and to discuss things like this, but in in other people's situations, it's very difficult, especially in Cebu. I'm Cebuano, and Cebu is very condensed. All right, the barangays are really tight. Um, I don't really like using these terms na rich, medium, and poor, etc. I don't really like that. But in reality, in Cebu, there's rich subdivisions and there's the poor barangays and then the rich, etc. etc. Now, what happened in Cebu was that Cebu was COVID free, kumbaga, before. And then in one small barangay, there was one person that got infected. He went to the hospital. The hospital said he was positive. Now the hospital said, go back home, isolate yourself. So he went back home. The problem is he lived in the really tight barangays that one house houses maybe 10 people and everybody's so congested. So what happened was he went back and he spread out the whole virus everywhere, kumbaga. So it's very we're blessed. We're blessed to be living in homes, so having a proper roof and having space, kumbaga. But there's a lot of kababayans, a lot of our Filipino people that has very hard time living, kumbaga, no? Everybody's so congested, they can infect anybody. But what we can do is just help one another. Hopefully these relief operations will help. And secondly, I think being a responsible citizen will help so much. Listening to the government, listening to your barangay tanod, listening to the police, etc. I mean, these days things are happening, not just positive but also negative, like that foreigner that create chaos the other day, etc., etc., all these things. But we don't need things like this now. We just have to listen. Let us be proper citizens. Let's just listen, follow the rules, because yung mga panahon ngayon is very it's different. It's different and it's very sensitive. One wrong move can spark a whole big problem. So as a citizen, let's help one another. Let's help one another. Let's be responsible and let's do our part. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yun.
The challenge nowadays kasi, Mateo, people tends to be so emotional of what's happening. And
Yeah.
siguro, my take lang on people who are kasi there are people right now who are well off also. Maybe lesser yung impact sa kanila ng crisis because number one, they still have money to buy food, to buy groceries. Sa akin naman, ako I'm talking especially to our business owners who are right now in a way, marami sa kanila, they're happy, they're satisfied, they have money. And one thing naman is the reason why people like Mateo, like other people who are capable right now, the reason why they're into that situation is because they prepare for that for ilang years, di ba? Like for Mateo, if he's experiencing a good life right now, it's simply because pinagtrabahuhan niya yan. And one thing that people like Mateo and maybe the other actors and actresses and maybe successful people, right now, what we can do is, of course, the least that we can do via Zoom is inspire people. But of course, we also have to do our part by supporting the community. And maybe that's the least that we can do. Siguro ngayong panahon na to, ang importante sa lahat is we just need to parang hold each other's hands and try to find ways in order to support one another. Now, the challenge is this, and I'm talking to the people who are watching right now, whether you are a distributor of Sante or whether you are just an audience, okay? If you're living a good life right now or living a life na medyo kulang pa, maybe this is a lesson learned already for us. Maybe during this COVID crisis where we're on a lockdown, why not try to innovate and change the way that you treat your, I mean, it's really a sad fact and I'm praying na hindi sana mangyari, pero I believe there will be some employees na pwedeng mawalan ng trabaho. Okay, so the question is, if it will happen, question is, what will you do? So find time during this COVID to realize or to try to invent the way that you do your job and business and prepare. We hope that it won't happen, but prepare just in case there will be a next crisis. So importante lang is makapaganda tayo ngayon. Again, for people who are happy and satisfied right now, yes, you're blessed because you've worked hard for it. Pero of course, the goal right now is to share these blessings to the community. Okay?
Yeah.
Agree. Do we have other questions, Paul? We have some questions pa rito, no? Officially, pero maybe there are questions pa right now sa mga different chat rooms natin.
Yeah. But to add to that, Joey, Mateo, I totally agree with what Mateo said. for you to contribute, even if you're stuck at home, no, is to cooperate. No? Cooperate with the government directives, cooperate with what health workers are saying. No? Kasi ano if you cannot contribute financially, if you cannot contribute in other ways, your cooperation actually is a big contribution already. No? So I like what Matteo said kanina. No? Stay home means staying home. No, not going out, because when you stay home, it literally means you are saving lives. No, so reminder sa lahat. No, so just do your part. No, and you are contributing to the country very hugely.
Sige po, siguro let's
And the Barley, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Tingin yung Barley dyan.
Ian, on your end, do you have any questions to ask? Meron ba kayo nag-gather dyan?
Maybe in relation to while Matt is drinking his barley, how does it taste like to you daw? There came a question. How does it taste like to you, Sante Barley?
Very good, very good. I have it every morning. To be honest with you guys, I have it every morning, either during my ride, my bike ride, or after. That's when I have it, so it's good,
That's good. Another question. This is from Apple Chico, one of our business owners. Being a public figure, how do you keep your mental health healthy?
Mental health, that's very important. Maraming tao discuss about this mental health situation, no? And I think, like I said before, keeping a routine is very, very important. Keeping a routine, exercising. I believe in fitness. That's why we were talking about kanina. It's very, very important to stay fit or just stay active. Like Santi Barley gives out these great classes with your Santi Fitness coaches. Join that. Basta magpapawis tayo is very, very important, especially in times like this. Have a routine, stay fit, and start a new activity. Like I said kanina, I'm starting to read more, and learn more about different things. So do things, have an objective, and learn from that.
Yeah. One comment here from Arlene, of course, our marketing head, to Matteo. What's good is you're using your influence so that this hope reaches the ones who directly needs it. So kudos. So
thank you, Ms. Arlene. Like I said all the time, when people say thank you, ganito, it's not because of me. It's because of the people that has donated. We're just an instrument. No, we're just an instrument that's being used. But the real superheroes here are the people that really donated, the people that really gave their time. Kumbaga.
Yeah, I agree. Moving forward,
Joey, I have another question for Matteo.
Yes,
Yeah, I'll read it, Matteo. Okay, it's actually from my daughter. You were recently appointed as National Youth Ambassador. Since your contribution to the youth has been recognized through your services, in line with this, can you give some tips and advice to the youth on how they can make an impact to society?
Yeah, I believe so. I really believe in the youth sector so much because I believe the youth sector is the base of everything. The youth sector will be the future of the Philippines. So it's very, very important to really hone the sector and give them different activities to really hone themselves to be responsible citizens for the future. As the National Youth Ambassador with the National Youth Commission, the National Youth Commission has created different activities specifically for the youth. If you want to know more about that, just go on their Facebook page, which is National Youth Commission. They have a Facebook page, and you can see they have different activities there. And speaking about mental health, they have a lot of activities about that also. We have this thing that we launched. It's called TikTok, not TikTok, TikTok, as in TALK, TikTok. Usapang life, hope, and relationships. No, you go there and you start talking about your feelings, your about hope, about life, kumbaga. So I think little exercises like this is very, very helpful for an individual, especially for the youth sector. And for the youth sector, again, going back to the whole basis of this whole thing, let's just all be responsible citizens and examples for our friends and family, kumbaga. That's very, very important.
Thank you, Matteo.
Tama eh.
Joey?
Alam nyo, during these times talaga napakalaki ng role, of course, for the youth. And I'm speaking of course, in front of the youth of Sante, that there's a huge responsibility for us right now, because we are upcoming. We are the upcoming futures of this country, and your contribution right now will really create an impact in the future of this nation. This is a challenging time for everybody, but I do believe there's really a light at the end of the tunnel. All we have to do is just believe that something big, something great will happen in the coming days. Okay, Ian, any more other questions on your end
One,
before we wrap up our interview with Matteo?
yeah, one more from Sir JP Marcelo. Matt, your relatives are from Italy, and there's there are heavy cases there. Do you have relatives who have cases, or how's your relatives down there in Italy?
Yeah, I have a few relatives there now. In Venice actually, and nag-uusap kami more every night. Every night. Kapag nagdi-dinner kami dito, I think it's morning there. I think so. They text and we just talk to each other, and they're all locked in basically. The rules are very very strict also. They're all at home. They have a system. If you have to go do your groceries, only one person has to go. Kapag dalawang tao sa kotse, mapa-fine kayo, etc. All these things. So they have their own system there, and let's just all pray that Italy will be cured, the Philippines will be cured, America will be cured, and the whole world will be cured very 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 soon. Kumaga, that's yun. So we just have to really unite. We have to unite, be as one, and just pray hard.
Yeah, okay. So sabi ng marami nga this virus, this COVID-19, this is the great equalizer. So ngayon, walang mayaman, walang mahirap. You can be infected, even though I was surprised that even people na talagang hindi lumalabas rin yung seldom that they go out of their houses pero nahahawa pa rin. So be very extra careful. Of course, we're happy to we're blessed simply to have a product that can help really people during these times of crisis. Okay,
Exactly. And it's a product that really boosts the immune system. That's very, very important. Not only that you're giving, Sir Joey, that you're giving work to people, making them business owners, etc. Your product also is good for the health. It's something people need to really take every day. Kumbaga, diba? It's something important.
You know what? Siguro, one quick history lang about Sante Barley. Talking about, of course, the company. Well, number one, we're so proud of the company because it's helping a lot of people. Pero one thing about our company is that from day one, not actually day one of Sante, but day one of the owners running their own company, that was 2001 pa, we've been really praying for the right product for us that can really help a lot of people. So who would know that it's barley grass pala, one of our major products. Of course, we have another product, vitamin C. Maybe we're asking when will be the stock of vitamin C be coming. So very, very soon. Okay, so we're blessed with this product, and ang challenge ko sa mga partners natin is use these products as a channel of blessings to people. Okay, maraming nangangailangan nito. So for me, it's not about money anymore. It's not about business anymore. As I was saying always, is business will always follow if we do the right things. And right now, the priority is how can we support people. Of course, we need to survive. Everybody needs to survive. And I believe that we will survive this crisis. Ang importante lang ngayon is how we can use Barley, our company, okay, as a channel of blessings to people. So that's what we're always praying, okay, in our organization. Okay. So any Paul, do you have any other questions before we wrap up our meeting?
No, we're good. We're good. We're good, Joey. We're good, Matteo. Yeah.
Sige, siguro a message sa lang, Matteo, can you give your message out not only to the Sante business owners, but of course to all the frontliners and to all our people, the people who are watching right now in our Zoom call?
Yeah, unang-una, maraming salamat Sante Barley for this opportunity, and like I said nung launching natin, blessing in disguise din talaga na kasama na ako sa pamilya ninyo, no? Like 10 years ago nung nakikita ko lang yung Sante Barley sa mga uniforms ng mga triathlete, sabi ko sa sarili ko, pangarap ko talaga maging endorser man or endorser ng Sante Barley. At nangyari talaga, no? After all these years, nangyari. So maraming salamat sa family ng Sante Barley, sa lahat ng business owners and everything. And Sir Joey and Sir Paul and to the whole Sante Barley team, thank you for making every Filipino's life better, kumbaga. Not just by creating businesses, but also with your product that really boosts your immune system and really takes care of every Filipino. So maraming salamat for that. And also, now, your mga activities ninyo, yung fitness activities ninyo, yung mga meetings like this, it builds a sense of community, and it builds a sense of being as one with all the Santa Barley owners, and more importantly, with all the Filipinos. So maraming salamat. Secondly, maraming din salamat sa lahat ng frontliners natin, lahat ng mga tao na nandyan sa labas. Doctors, nurses, healthcare workers, people in the hospital, janitors, lahat nandun sa labas, PNP, AFP, etc., grocery workers, garbage men, yung mga delivery operators, lahat kayo, maraming salamat for what you do. You're not just doing it for your family members, but you're doing it for the whole country. So maraming salamat. And let's just pray. Let's continue praying and thinking positive that we'll all get through this together, because we will. And it's just a matter of time, and we will all see each other in real life soon. No? So maraming salamat, and thank you for the opportunity po. Thank you.
Thank you, Matteo. Anyways,
and also,
thank you.
I'd like to do a special shout out sa lahat ng mga business owners natin at lahat ng mga kababayan natin sa Cebu. Mayang hapon sa inyong tanan. At please stay safe, Cebu, dahil mahal ko talaga ang Cebu, dahil first home ko ang Cebu, no? So ayo mo tanan. Again, let's be responsible citizens, and let's pray for a better tomorrow. So salamat sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Matteo. In fact, maraming nagme-message dito, kamusta raw kay Sarah?
Okay naman. Actually, ngayon, anong oras na ba? 2. Kakain na kami after. So, salamat.
Late lunch. Anyway, so I'd just like to thank all of you who watch our Zoom call right now. Siguro shout out lang sa mga partners natin from who are watching right now, no? Partners from UAE, of course, that includes Dubai and Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Nigeria. Of course, we have partners from Hong Kong, Singapore, Macau. Who else? From Cyprus, of course. Okay, partners also from Bulgaria. And to all our partners who are all over the world, thank you very much for watching. Of course, keep safe. Before we finally end, we'd just like to advertise also our next Zoom call. We'll be having a special guest. Share ko lang yung screen ko. I'll just share my screen. We'll be having another Zoom call this coming Friday. Okay, I don't know if you can see this poster. We'll be having a Zoom call this coming Friday, May 1 at 9:30 p.m. Philippine time, of course. This is a Zoom call, of course, with the founder and president of the Mastermind event, okay, Mr. Art Jonah. The topic is using today's technology to run a successful business at home. So this is a special event. We sell the if you want to listen to Art Jonah, you have to join us in one of our trainings in the US, but you don't have to do that because we're blessed to have invited Art Jonah this coming Friday, 9:30 p.m. This might not be live via FB Live, so we'll make it sure that we have enough capacity on our Zoom call for this webinar. So again, this coming May 1, 2020, 9:30 p.m. live via Zoom, special webinar with Mr. Art Jonah. Okay, Paul, any final words before we finally close this Zoom call?
Oh yes, I'd like to thank Matteo. Matteo, it was really very inspiring. You inspired me actually, and you inspired a lot of people, lalo na yung mga youth sector, no. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm pretty sure you got inspired too, and you learned a lot this afternoon. And maybe I can leave you with this, no? It's a variation of John F. Kennedy's speech, no? Ask not what others can do for you, but rather ask what you can do for others. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you this Friday. The grass is always greener in Sante, COVID or no COVID. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Paul, Matteo, and of course, to all our partners who's in the back room. Of course, Ian is there, Sheila, who else? Arlene is there, Jenriel, Ryan, okay, our the whole crew of this Zoom call. So again, thank you very much for watching. Matteo, thank you very much, bro, for being with us. And to all our partners, God bless you all. Always remember, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and crisis or no crisis, the grass is greener in Santa Barley. Thank you very much. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Matteo, thank you.